Getting my own apartment meant that I no longer had to live with my mother. Good thing, since she still didn't have a clue that magic was real, or that her daughter practiced witchcraft. Mom's ignorance had proven awkward and inconvenient on more than a few occasions. Moving into my new digs meant that my back was aching from shifting my thrift store finds up 2 flights of stairs to my freshly painted, but decidedly chintzy, place. A girl on a budget had to settle for some chintz if she wanted her own place. And thrift store shopping. No new furniture for me in the foreseeable future. Witches might make the big bucks, but I was technically still a witch in training, and a grad student who hadn't finished her thesis, a part-time employee at my mentor's crystal shop, and a part-time makeup artist and Girl Friday at my boyfriend's funeral home. A little hustle was helping to pay the bills while I finished my studies, both magical and academic. Hustle also helped when it came to practicing witchcraft in an apartment complex filled with people. Bunches of people, none of whom had any inkling that magic existed. Hiding my witchy talents from nosy neighbors had just become that much harder. I might be able to talk my way out of some flashy magic exposure, but it was best to keep the bangs, flares, and sparkles to a minimum and save myself the trouble. "Star?" Ben called out from the small balcony. He'd offered to set up my plants, and since they were heavy as heck, I'd agreed. Men were good for that sort of thing. "Just a second. I'm almost done unpacking this box." The box containing my meager kitchen supplies, which would allow us to cook up some of the food we were both in desperate need of after hauling furniture all day. "Yeah, hun. You're gonna want to see this. Now." Uh-oh. Ben wasn't that guy. You know the one. Bossy, rude, demanding. His tone meant trouble was afoot. As I jogged the few steps from my minuscule kitchen to my balcony, I knew in my bones it was magic melodrama. I'd been working on giving Ben a view into my world, literally, using a combination of spells and charms, so now he could see some magic that other mundanes couldn't. Also, if there was going to be a kink on moving day, it would be magical. Magic was fickle like that, picking the worst moments to go askew. At least that's how it felt to me. My mentor Camille assured me it was all in my head. I stumbled to a halt in front of the sliding glass doors. All I saw was Ben pressed back against the glass. My red-headed hunk's tush might have temporarily distracted me. Otherwise, I might have noticed the absolute stillness of his body more quickly. But once I did, it didn't take long for me to get a better read on the situation. I looked past him to find a visitor on my balcony. The balcony door was cracked just wide enough for me to slip through. I darted outside and practically squealed, "Marge!" Maybe I sounded like a 12-year-old getting her first pony. Not shocking. It wasn't every day that a dragon came to visit.